Hello, everyone. This is Colette from Community Connection. So happy that you could join us today. Also, I want to say Talk of the Town Radio broadcast, Talk of the Town Radio Vision, Talk of the Town Radio is our host, and Mike Diablo Luthers in the background is keeping everything together. And to my left and to your right is my co-host, Chuck
Hello,
Finance.
hello, hello. Back again for another amazing presentation and another amazing week. Did everyone do their homework?
We hope so.
Okay, got it.
We hope so.
Remember what the homework was?
I believe the homework was to find 10 songs
There you go.
that talk about your life.
There you go.
I hope that you were able to do that. If you were not, well, it's time to put it in the chat. But while we are doing that, let us get to business.
WordPress made easy.
I don't know what just happened, but real life happens here, folks. Real life. As we try to reconnect back to our de stress song. Come on, Grover Washington Jr. Come on, somebody. Mr. Magic. Every day. All night. Come on. Don't. Mr. Magic. Mr. Magic, every time a winner. It helps to distress the time, and it also helps to give you, to refocus you. So tonight's show is about the secret of women. I was talking to several women. They were like, yeah, women have secrets. He said that the reason women have secrets is because they were judged by the men in their lives and their families because of how they thought or who they were or what they wanted, what they didn't want. And so they kept a lot of secrets. A lot of things happened to women, and a lot of things women have done that no one will ever know. Ever. Ever, ever. Ever, ever.
Now you pick these topics. I got nothing to talk about. So I'm gonna
I
ride
don't
this
know
one
what you
out.
mean. I don't know what you mean. You know very
I'm
well.
gonna ride this one. I'm
You
like,
cannot
wait a minute,
ride.
what?
You cannot ride
What?
this one out
What?
because many, there's many secrets that you may have found out about either your mom, your grandmother, girlfriend, whoever, and it changed your life because it was something you never thought that you would see them do or that they would think or that they would even speak. The
I
first time you heard your mom curse, if she ever cursed, the first time your girlfriend cursed you out, um, there was a secret part of her you did not know anything about. So you definitely can speak about this.
well, I can. You're right. You're right because I found out something about my grandmother, who is like my heart. She is my motivational. She is everything to me. And when I found out, I told them I said they were lying. There was no way my grandmother. No, so I can understand what you're saying. So yeah, I can agree with you. Yes.
Yeah.
And I still don't believe it to this day. I still don't believe it. No, grandma never did that. No, she didn't.
She would never.
Right, got
My
it.
grandma would never,
Never do that.
never.
Yeah. So yeah, I can say I can say that you are correct.
And why do women have to have secrets? Because they are judged, or it was a way of controlling them to act in a certain way, to be a certain way. You know, it's men who came up with the word chivalry, but they weren't necessarily trying to be chivalrous to the women, but to each other, and the women got caught up in the mixture.
The it's I think it's the paternalistic view of how we're supposed to be that women have been, as you say, judged, and they've been stigmatized and they've been put in a box. So yeah, but the bad part is when women actually um, they perpetuate that
That myth.
that mentality uh, to their daughters of how they're supposed to be based on culture, based on
Come on.
some of the things that they've taught. And it's like, you know, if you weren't happy in that type of environment, why are you advocating
For me to
your
be in that
daughters
type,
to be going through that madness and that nonsense? Yes.
I think that that was a well said statement. Um, I think that unfortunately, many women have been put in that box, and what it has done, it has created a lot of anger, it's
Pain.
created a lot of pain, and it has created a lot of deception.
And resentment too,
Yep,
to their mothers
and their fathers
and their fathers.
and their
yes.
brothers, because sometimes it's their brothers that do it as well,
Yes.
that keep them in that box where they are stifled, where they cannot go anywhere, where they can't do anything.
Right. But part of that also,
I know part of it is protection.
But you know what? Also, part of it is protection, but it also is part of it is it's to be real. It's men know what men do, so they try to protect the women around them, and not explaining to them, "Oh, I can do it, but you can't go out there."
And now we have this generation of women that have absolutely lost their minds,
Yes.
and they do any and everything, and sometimes they are worse than the men.
It's like you've been going to the strip club for years, and then all of a sudden you go to the strip club and you see your daughter on the pole. Now you're upset. We're like, wait a minute, hold on, what's the problem now? And that's what I see is going on. It's the thing of what Malcolm said was good for the goose, good for the gander. people just, yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
It gets
It's
deeper
deep. Yeah. It's deep.
because, oftentimes as Black women or women of color, we get stigmatized about how we like pain or that pain is good for us. It brings out whatever. We were often the guinea pigs for the doctors, the surgeons, without any anesthesia.
Yes. Uh huh.
Um, and you go back to that type of thinking, and it continues to be a problem because it is even in the healthcare system now.
Yes. Correct.
Case in
But,
point.
but part of that also, when you talk about the healthcare system, is when you're not seen as a human being, and that's part of the mentality of when you're dealing with the medical field at the time of the burgeoning understanding of the body.
Uh-huh.
They needed bodies, they needed people, and the things that they were doing, not understanding
We're
the
against
extent.
the law.
Well, against, I mean, human nature. It's just, you can't be doing these things to humans and expecting
It to be okay.
it to be okay. Correct. Yeah.
I think also if you look at it, you realize that a lot of times people are stuck in stigmatized roles. They're stuck in
Right.
roles.
Yes. Cultural roles. Yes.
How do you break that?
See, part of the cultural society is a sense of belonging. And if that's part of the mannerisms, if that part of the rituals, if that's part of the psyche of that culture, trying to break out of that, you become, like you said, stigmatized. You become stoned. You become ostracized. You become outcast. So it's scary because you have people who want to rebel
Mm-hmm.
against the quote unquote status quo, but they have nowhere to go.
So what do they do?
One of the things is they find other avenues, they find other communities, they find other places that they can become themselves.
I think what I find is amazing about this is that you will find that those who want to change, be different, do more, they will find themselves actually trying to figure out what they can do and to hide under the radar.
Right, of course. It's called, well, yeah, it's called coping. And here you get the split when you call the fragmentation of your psyche, how living one way and then underneath living another way.
I think it's called down low.
Well, it can be called down low, but let's look at it at a larger essence of knowing that in the real world, in the world out there, I can't do this. It's not acceptable. But behind closed doors, I can do whatever I want to do. And part of that is understanding that this is not accepted by my culture status quo. So I'm going to find a group out there that's acceptable. I'm going to find a club or somewhere that I can do and I can be this.
But some of the things should be hidden, like pedophilia. Um, all
Well,
these.
pedophilia, it's point blank, shouldn't be hidden at all. Pedophilia should be dealt with. That's my personality.
No, that's how
So,
I agree. I agree
yeah,
with you
I mean, yeah.
110%. These people have been hiding pedophilia. I'm saying it wrong. Pedophilia should not be hidden.
Right,
People
right.
should know what's going on as far as pedophilia is concerned, but there are certain
That should be dealt with. But go ahead.
right then and
Yes, you're
there.
right. Go ahead.
Um,
But yes,
explain.
well, um, pedophilia is a sickness, and I say that because when you, in your mind, are looking at an undeveloped human being in a sexual way, that's a sickness.
I agree with you.
That's a full blown sickness. So now the question is, in the sickness, well, it's just, it's deep because what people have to understand is that there are rights and wrongs,
Correct.
and when you start blurring those lines, that's when you start getting the confusion. So people have to understand that there are lines that you should not cross, or there are going to be repercussions for crossing that line.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
You know you're wrong for doing that. So okay, let's deal with that right now. Let's make everybody see, okay, this is what happens when you cross that line. Now you decide what you want to do.
So you've crossed this line. One of the things that, and I'm going to play this now, the song I found, it's called Black Girl. I think there is a movie by that name,
Yes.
and Leslie Uggams is the title. It has the title role in that.
And
But-
you can catch it on YouTube too.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely can catch it on YouTube. And it talks about being a black girl in this society. I love the music.
Black girl, where do you think you're going to? Young girl, where is your imagination taking you? Do you think that the clouds around you are gonna let you fly? Don't you know what can happen to a black girl who sets her eyes too high? What is your program, girl? Oh, girl, what is that light shining in your eyes? Hey, girl, better think twice, better think twice. You know, making up a dream you can live by is hard to do. Are you sure that you can dream of something better than what's laid out for you? What are you thinking,
You know, the other thing, and I always find a way for this song. Sometimes the insanity of your life gets to the point where you can't take it anymore. And the insanity could be you hiding yourself. Insanity could be you hiding your talents so that somebody else feels smarter. There's a lot of things that could be happening. That's why I say, stop the insanity. Gregory Porter, Layla Hathaway. I should just say insanity.
How did we ever lose our minds and fall apart, knowing we're the only ones to heal each other's hearts? Bring your love on back to me. Stop this insanity before we go too far.
How did we ever lose our way and try to say love is a losing game? Should have never tried to play. Bring your love on back to me. Stop this insanity before we go too far.
We were lovers.
We were lovers.
And the best of friends.
And the best of friends. Oh.
And I hope that we can be that. Oh, until the end.
Until the end.
Sometimes the lover can be angry till the end.
Can be angry till the end.
But it's always the friend inside
That will make amends.
that will make amends. Oh, how did we ever lose our way and try to say love is a losing game? We will never be the same.
Never be the same.
Bring your love on back to me.
Bring it back to me.
Stop this insanity
Stop this insanity.
before we go too far.
Before we go.
Before we go too.
So at this time, we're going to have a financial minute from Chuck Finance.
Financial minute, financial minute, financial minute. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a home-based business. What does Bed Bath & Beyond, what does Party Central, Party City, what does Walmart, what does Kmart, what does Toys R Us, what does all these businesses have in common? They are either out of business or they are going out of business.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, and also David's Bridal,
Uh-huh.
they're going out of business. They are looking for Chapter 11, Chapter 13. They are looking at going out of business. They're talking about 9,000 people who work there nationwide, actually worldwide, who are looking at losing their jobs. So now, imagine David Bridal, but understand that what we're looking at is the world is shifting, the world is changing. So what you want to do is you want to look at possibly looking at starting a home-based business. And the reason why you want to start a home-based business is because you can actually do something what's called business tax deductions that you can't take when you are just a regular earned income person. And you can start a home-based business real simple by just simply thinking about your talents, what you do, and how people can actually pay for your talents. A lot of people are doing things that are just giving it away for free, me included. All you have to do is monetize it. So just think about it. Start a blog, start a website, start your YouTube channel, start the simple Instagram, and just start talking to people, and then start doing your serious monetization. And you'll be surprised that when you start doing this, and your groundswell will grow, and people will be like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for something like this. So now you start setting up your conferences, your workshops, and your seminars. And call Kim Soo-Dunn. She will help you out with all of this. And she's going to be at the conference.
I believe so. Plug, shameless plug, love it. We have a conference coming up. It's a Journey to Health Women's Conference coming up on Sunday, May the 21st. It will be happening at the Hanson Place, Seventh-day Adventist School, 38 Lafayette Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11217. If you would like to get more information, please call me, 661-319-4664, 661-319-4664. I believe Talk of the Town is going to be there as well. Mr. Michael Diabro Luthers should be in the building.
That's,
And we're looking forward to that. Chuck Finance will definitely be in the building as he will be teaching a financial workshop.
yes.
And we have Dr. Joy Renard. She will be a moderator. And we have also Dr. Kalechi, and she will be one of the panelists. So we are looking forward to having you all come to this women's conference. We have two panels. One panel is what is healthy womanhood? The second panel is the etiquette of communication between the sexes.
Wow.
That's going to be spicy.
So on this day, you are going to be fed mind, body, and spirit.
Well said, well
So that's
said.
important. So if you come out, not if you come out, when you come out, at the end of the day, you will be so filled with energy and love and information that you're going to be able to move constantly to the next level of whatever you have in your life.
Well, guess what?
I'm excited.
I am too. So we're going to do this. I am. Hello? Hello? Nadia?
Hello? Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That is amazing. So, Nadia, tell us who you are, tell us what you do, and tell us why you called today.
Okay, well, hello, everyone. My name is Nadia Vieira. I'm Chief Operations Officer of Marva's Boutique, an online thrift store.
Amazing, amazing. And who is Marva to you, pray tell?
Marva is my grandmother, actually, on my father's side.
I like the fact that you pinpointed it like that. Now we have a clearer picture of where you are in the family and the family's relationship to you. So you help your grandmother with this business. What is coming up on May the 14th?
May the 14th, we are hosting a Mother's Day fashion show.
Where
It will be in East Orange, New Jersey at 5 p.m. Sorry for the delay. I think I'm getting a little feedback.
Yes, you are. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, okay, so this is very unusual. I'll tell you why it's unusual. Because not too many people your age work with your grandmother. Why did you decide to work with your grandmother?
Well, we, in all honesty, we had to work with her because our inventory comes from her. Everything is handpicked by her. Yeah, pretty much every piece is something that she physically has gone out and sourced her.
So
And so it's a piece
your
of her
grandmother is a
style and also
buyer.
like a piece of,
Say this again. I'm
yes,
sorry
she
for. Say this again. So your grandmother is the buyer. She owns the business as well.
yes, it's me, my aunt, my grandmother's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and then my grandmother.
Your mother is not a part of this.
No, she's not.
Okay. So did you go to school for this?
No, actually, this was something that it started as a sort of passion project of sorts. And then we were kind of like, well, if we're going to do anything, we need to do something serious and legitimate. Just because my aunt and
I'm not
we're
hearing.
both very like
Mm-hmm.
detail oriented and like we're gonna finish a task and do
Okay.
it to the best of our ability.
Amazing, amazing. So on May the 14th, what is so important about this fashion show? Why do you want people to come out?
We thought it would be a great idea to just have an event that people can come to on Mother's Day, because I know sometimes things can get booked. Like even if you want to go to a simple restaurant or anything for holidays like that, things are like super booked up and stuff like that. And we also thought it was a really cool and important point to celebrate the mothers while we are, kind of in a way celebrating our matriarch with, using her source items and products and stuff like that, and using this business to grow something that she can be proud of.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm really, really, really
Thank
very.
you.
How old are you by any chance? Can you say that, or you don't want to say?
Yes, I am 23.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. So, what is your part in the day? What are you doing for that day?
In Mother's Day, the fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
So that day I will also be modeling myself. And then I'll also be, honestly, I'll be all over the place. I'll be, there setting up. I'll be making sure everybody's okay in the back, making
Right.
sure everybody's okay in the front, making sure the food's okay, the bar, just chicken with their head cut off.
I understand.
But I'm going to love every second of it.
Well, I'm looking forward because I believe that you also are going to be coming up to the women's conference too, aren't you?
Yes, yes, I am. And I'm excited for that. I'm looking to see which one of my friends I can bring.
Okay, thank you so very much. Because I'm going to be down there with you on Mother's Day. I will be modeling as well. And
Of course, yes. And we're so very excited about that.
let me tell you. So, where do you see the store going? Looking at what is happening in 5 years.
Honestly, I see us just going above and beyond. We do have a lot of like background things that we're talking about and we're working on, as far as expanding and getting more advertising, getting more engaged with our customers and our audience. Um, and I would say in 5 years, I could totally see the boutique being a physical storefront.
Wow, that's amazing. What a great vision. I love it. So,
Thank
what
you.
the next question for you is this. Do you see your role expanding in the boutique?
Yeah, most definitely. Because for right now we are a small business, so that even though there are no like small roles, there are like we're doing less work. So of course, as we grow and like expand, I expect it to get like crazier and crazier. But I'm gonna like live for every moment.
I love that. I love that. I just want to say thank you so very much for being on Community Connection. And we look forward to having you at the conference. And we look forward to having you on again the week before what's going on. So if you want to come back again to give us an update on what is going on, we would definitely love to have you.
Okay, that would be fun. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And I just want, if you want to stay, one of the questions I'm going to ask you, what are 10 songs or 5 songs that you feel are equal, that talk about your life? If you have 10, name them. If you don't, name 5.
Okay, I'll start with one that first comes to mind is the song "Luxurious" by Gwen Stefani.
What is it?
It's like "Luxurious" by Gwen Stefani.
Okay.
It's just a song about her like singing about being fabulous and like working very hard to be that fabulous.
Oh, da 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 da. No, that's Lizzo. Go ahead.
And yeah, but so there's that one. Well, I can't really think of any.
What are 4 more songs that you like, that you listen to on a regular?
I know kind of like probably people are probably tired of Break My Soul, but I love Break My Soul.
Okay.
And on that same album, I like Energy. And I've also been listening to a lot of Rihanna throwbacks since the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So a lot of like that song "Woo."
Okay.
I feel like very like strong, like powerful, like women, feminine vibes that I love.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again. And so the Gwen Stefani song, could you say that really slowly for me?
Yes, it's called Luxury.
You are going in and out, so I'm not hearing that last part.
Oh,
The Gwen Stefani song.
luxurious.
Oh, luxurious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna play it just for you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, and thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
I'm really excited to see where we go.
Yes, yes, and yes. So, talk to you soon. I'm gonna play luxurious right now, just for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Listen
Talk
in
to you
though.
soon.
Listen, because the same phone that I'm talking to you on is the same phone that has all of the songs. So that's the only
Okay,
reason I'm
okay.
hanging up. Otherwise, you could stay on. If you want to call back,
Okay.
please do. Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you soon, Nadia.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. That was she is 23 years old. That is so amazing to me. And she's working in the family business. You hardly even hear that anymore.
Good. That's excellent.
Yeah. So I told her I was going to play Luxurious, which I believe is a Gwen Stefani song. So we're going to hear what it has to say. There's a remix. You want to do the remix or the original?
I don't even know the song.
I'm about to find out myself.
I don't even know
I
the
don't
song.
even know the song myself. I probably have heard it. I had to have heard it.
C'est pas possible cet amour. C'est
I have too.
Tu me
No,
fais transpirer.
this is Luxurious by Gwen Stefani. She is definitely throwing it back. Dun, 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 dun. Between the sheets. You know we're gonna have to play that next.
So elegant the way we ride. Our passion, it just multiplies. There's platinum lightning in the sky. Look, I'm living like a queen. This kind of love is getting
What is going on?
expensive. We know
Between
how to
the
live,
sheets.
baby. We're luxurious like Egyptian cotton. We're so rich in love, we're rolling in cashmere. Got it in fifth gear, baby. Diamond in the rough is looking so sparkly.
Dun, dun.
So hard every night and day,
Oh,
and now we
baby.
get to play back. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback. The payback. Sugar, honey, sexy baby. When we touch it turns to gold.
I gotta show you his face. His face is hilarious.
Kinda like a tuberose. You know you are
You gotta
my
play one of my
treasure
songs.
chest. It's pure perfection when we kiss. And you're my mister, I'm your miss. Gonna be
We're
until
gonna play one of my
the
top 10
morning.
songs. Right.
This kind of love is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. We're luxurious like Egyptian cotton. So hard every night and day and now.
Wow, who knew Between the Sheets would become Luxurious? That is just crazy to me. I don't even know what is that?
Now that's the remix though. So I don't know if it's.
I think that that's the original. That's not no remix. That's
Oh,
the
I wouldn't
original.
know.
Wow. Okay, so for those of you who do not know that she was using Between the Sheets, let me show you and let you hear the original Isley Brothers Between the Sheets, because wow, it was weird just to hear it and not hear the Isley Brothers singing that. And how come nobody talks about how he sampled off of the Isley Brothers? Nobody talks about that. I heard this song before, had no idea this was what was going on. The original, Between the Sheets. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Real life happens here. Please fix that. Real life happens here, folks. One moment we're listening to the Isley Brothers, and the next we just have silence. So as the real world, as he is fixing this, I just want to say, get ready with your top 5 songs. If you have 10, please put them in the chat. What are Isley Brothers? All day, every day, all night, Between the Sheets. Hey, hey girl, ain't no mystery. At least, as far as I can see,
I wanna keep you here,
laying next to me,
sharing our
love between the sheets. Oh, oh, baby, baby, with your love surrounding me. Oh, oh, oh,
baby, making love between the sheets. Oh, girl, let me hold you tight, and you know I'll make you feel alright. Oh, baby girl, just cling to me and let your mind be free while making love between the sheets. Ooh, girl, I love you all night long, and I know you felt it coming home. Ooh, darling, just taste my love. Ooh, you taste so sweet, sharing our love between the sheets. Ooh, baby, baby, I feel your love surrounding me. Oh, 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 baby, baby, we're making love between the sheets. Hey girl, what's your fantasy? I'll take you there,
hey.
to that ecstasy. Ooh, girl, you blow my mind. I'll always be your freak. Let's make sweet love between the sheets. Ooh, baby, baby, I feel your love surrounding.
I wonder why he's smiling.
Because I got something to say. Now, I just have to fact check. That song came out in 1983.
Bomb.
Now, we're looking at, it's 2023, we're looking at about 30 years ago that song came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mike understands this. You may understand this. That was the most erotic song
Oh my gosh.
that I've ever heard play on the radio. When you heard that, you like, ooh.
Ooh.
That was 30 years ago. Today, scandalous. As today, the music has changed. There's no veil now. There's no
kind of veil.
there's no filter. There's no cover. You know, there's back then it's like, ooh, what they doing in there? Now it's like,
Ooh, they're nasty. That used to be. That would be like, ooh,
ooh,
they're
you
nasty.
play that song, it's oh my gosh.
You knew what was getting ready to happen.
Yeah,
But the
it's-
thing is that when the song came out, many of us were still young and many of
Yes.
us were still innocent.
Yes.
So we didn't know exactly what the words of the song meant. We just knew that we liked the song
Correct.
because you know what came out as well was Champagne came out.
How about us? Or which one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I want to welcome into the room Valerie Noel. Want to welcome into the room Reverend Harad Van Cernema. Good night. I want to welcome into the room Faye Harris. I want to welcome into the room, well, if it's going too fast, I'm not seeing it. Thank you so very much. Ladies, tonight, what are some of your secrets that you could not tell anybody that were not that big of a deal, but now you can actually talk about it, but you couldn't talk about it before? And you don't have to tell all your secrets, but if it's something that's innocent, sure, share. But I just want to say to you that I remember when Erotic City came out.
Okay, Prince.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was like, that is a nasty song. That's how we used to talk. Everything was nasty. Everything was, ooh.
It was nasty, but it was
It was tasteful.
It was suggestive.
Very suggestive.
Erotic City, Little Red Corvette. It was
I didn't know what Little Red Corvette
but
was.
if you listen to the words, there was like the subjection of, oh, what are they talking about? Compared to now, you know.
Exactly.
It's like, come
even
on,
a
it's
child
like-
knows. Even if they don't know, they know.
Yeah. So, but that was the nice part about the music back then was there was the thing of the quietness. That's like, ooh, you cover your mouth.
It was almost
you know,
like a
ooh.
double entendre.
Yeah.
Like
right.
you said one thing but meant something else.
Right. And Mary Jane, Rick James. You know, again.
Mary
But
Jane.
that was the nice part about it because it wasn't insulting your mentality. It made
And
you
it
think.
respected your elders.
Right.
They knew that they didn't want to know about
Okay.
certain things, and
Right.
we gave them that respect in our language by not letting them know
Correct.
exactly what we were talking
Correct.
about.
So-
So it was a form of respect. So if you look at the world today, there's no
Correct.
respect.
So if you would never hear Grandma singing Mary Jane.
No.
But if you heard her singing Mary Jane, Grandma stopped singing that song.
Because
Let me
we
tell
don't
you
know.
why. And she's going like, oh, I didn't know. And you're absolutely right. It was the respect level of knowing that, you know what, we're talking about something that we don't want you to know about.
Because we
Compared to
respect you.
today, it's like out in your face out there. It's like, take it. Oh my gosh.
Whether you
It's
want
like-
to or not.
It's like, oh my gosh.
And half the stuff you're throwing away anyway.
Can I work for it at least? You know, here, take it. No, I don't want it. Let me
Please,
work for it.
please. So many times when we think about that time, when we think about secrets, we wish. Well,
So
go ahead. Go ahead.
Secrets. Oh God, secrets. Secrets. Confunction. Was it no? What was the song? We're
Are you
talking about secrets.
Sky?
No. Just,
Climax?
Oh gosh. It'll come to me. I forget. We're talking about secret lovers. Secret was that Midnight Star?
No, that
Star?
Atlantic.
Atlantic Star. Secret lovers. You got. You got several songs.
Okay,
out there.
Manhattan.
Okay. If you
Can't.
oh gosh, the song with Bobby Womack. Oh my gosh, it'll pop in my head. But again, these songs, we're talking about songs now. Secret lovers, and oh my gosh. Yes. So
You know, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. You know, it's one of the.
I want to dedicate this song to all the lovers tonight.
he did another one.
And I expect that might be the whole world because everybody needs something.
I wish you didn't trust me
someone
so
to
much.
Oh,
Remember that?
Yes.
I wish you didn't trust me. Yeah.
because he was trying. He liked
When
his
it's
woman's
cold
girl,
outside.
Right.
his friend's girl.
Who are you holding? You know, if y'all don't mind, I'd like to talk about this woman of mine.
complaining about me never being at home. But when I'm there, I'm broke. She's telling me about the things that a girlfriend's got. What she ain't got.
Sometimes you don't know what you have.
Get 'em for her. But girl, I can't be in two places at one time. If you think you're holding now, wait until tonight, girl.
How are you, General?
You'll never find another man that'll treat you right.
I think Mike likes, he okays the song.
When I ain't there to rub your back, just remember I made it known back. And the skeletons come out of the closet and chase you all around the room. And the
Thank you, General.
like a ghost and dance around in a fast slow tune. You're on it now.
Wait.
Oh, wait a minute now. I'll be long gone. You just ain't never found another man that'll treat you right. You think you're moaning now? Wait until tonight. Money on the table now. When things are going great, but when love walks out, the baby walks in. Instead of for a day, whoa! Oh, help me. I feel like I want to testify.
The song you're talking about is "Call Me" by Sky.
I knew.
Remember the line in that? If your girlfriend's a friend of mine, here's my number in the dime. Call me anytime. Call me, Sky.
Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Sky after, because the General, one of the people, just requested Roberta Flack and
Which one?
Donny Hathaway, The
Oh.
Closer I Get. You love this song. The closer
The closer I get to you,
Good night,
the more
Alexis
you
Tyrell.
make me
Good night,
see.
Desiree Allison.
By giving me
You're welcome,
all
Jennifer.
you got. Your love has captured me.
Come on, Donnie. Over.
Over and over again, I try to tell myself that we could never be more than friends. And all the while inside, I knew it was real, the way you make me feel.
Lying here next to you, time just seems to fly, needing you more and more. Let's give love a try.
Sweeter than sweeter love grows, and heaven's there for those who fool the tricks of time. With the hearts of love, to find true love in a special way.
The closer I get to you, the more you make me see. By
you gonna like ask for secrets, and people who want to tell their secrets, they have to put a filter, because it's like I can't be up here talking about secrets.
I agree. So what?
Gotta put I know that voice. I know that person. My secrets are locked away. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm like a monk.
That's exactly correct. And I
I'm a monk.
understand.
I'm trying to think, what secrets can I tell? I can't tell any secrets. My
Thank
God.
you.
Okay,
Thank
do you
you,
have
Sharon
any secrets?
Costello. Yeah,
Okay, see?
without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, thank you, Sharon Costello Edwards. Good night to you. And this is it. Who the cap fit? Let them wear it.
Man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know who to trust.
You can't trust people with your secrets.
Your worst enemy could be your best friend. And your best friend, your worst enemy. Some will eat and drink with you. Then behind them sus upon you. Only your friend know your secrets. So only he could reveal it. And who the cap fit, come, let them wear it. Who the cap
The best friend is myself.
let
Correct.
them wear it.
Sharon Costello Edwards.
Said I throw me con, me no call no foul. I say in cup, 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 clap, clap, clap. Eh. Some will hate you, pretend they love you
Sharon
now.
Costello Edwards.
Then behind they
You never
try
share.
to eliminate you. But who jobless? No one curse. Thank God we're past the worst. Hypocrites and parasites will come up and take a bite. And if your night should turn to day, a lot of people would run away. And who does stop fit?
And when you tell people secrets, what happens? What happens?
Until the
Wow.
philosophy which old one raised superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. It is a war that until that day, the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality,
And until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage have been toppled, utterly destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. Me say war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south. War, war, rumors of a war. And until that day, the African continent will not know peace. We Africans will fight, we find it necessary. And we know we shall win, as we are confident in the victory of good over evil. Good over evil, yeah.
You know, I love what Sharon Costello Edwards said. She said, when you tell one friend your secret, they always got another friend.
That is true. That is true.
Oh my gosh. That is so true. I was able to meet one of the people from Sky. You remember Sky?
Of course. It was like, yeah.
So
that was the roller skating. Sky was roller skating music.
Yeah.
Sky, call me. Yes.
Well, see you. So Sky was the call me. So this is what happens when you tell your friend information.
Yeah. That's the roller skating music.
Oh my gosh. Real life. Hey.
Sitting here, couldn't up hear you talking to your best friend. Say, you're not satisfied. Things ain't working out with your girlfriend. So you're searching for someone new, someone to hold you tight,
call me,
someone to treat you right. Though your girlfriend's a friend of mine, here's my number and a dime. Call me anytime. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guaranteed. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, call me.
We're talking about secrets and why we have them. Because we can't trust anybody with them. Hey Jason, how you doing?
She doesn't do it. She did. Show you nothing like she used to.
Well, I've been watching you, boy, and I got what you want, got what you need. Though your girlfriend's
is a friend of mine.
Here's my number and a dime. Call me anytime.
Hello, hey cheating on his poor girlfriend, and her best friend is cheating with him. So that's even crazier. You know, oftentimes when you have this type of heartbreak, oftentimes sometimes you recover from it, and sometimes you don't.
What's worse than a jealous woman?
One that doesn't care.
A jealous man.
Oh,
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh my gosh, you didn't know that?
No.
A jealous man is worse than a jealous woman. Yes,
Wow. Why?
because when a man is jealous, he uses his strength, his manhood to impose on her. So he physically does things that the woman can't do. So
Oh.
it'll become more physical. It'll become more dominant. It'll become more more demanding. And I'm not just talking about physical. I'm talking about psychological, where he will be demeaning to her because it's all of this thing of his inferiority. Of you can't leave me because you can't be with somebody else, and the whole thing, a myriad of those possessive traits and personalities come out. So
Wow.
I've dealt with jealous men before. I'm like, wow.
What do you mean?
Oh, I had a situation where an ex-boyfriend, I was dating a lady, and an ex-boyfriend walked up on me, and he wanted to fight.
Wow.
And I'm like, who are you? What are you? Well, I'm like, wow. Again, jealous. I mean, trust me, a jealous man is worse than a jealous woman.
Well, you know
See,
what?
women will attack the things. They will attack the things. The man will attack the woman. Yeah, so she'll attack the car. She'll attack the clothes. She'll attack the things close to him. But a man will attack her physically.
Wow. Jealousy is, who
I
knew?
thought you knew that.
I did
Oh
not.
my gosh. Yes.
Sharon Costello Edwards agrees
She
with you.
said, yeah.
And she said that's why you don't introduce your friend to your man. And I have to say, I agree. There's an incoming call.
Oh yeah, I've dealt with.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? It's
Hey,
Jay.
Jason.
What's going on?
How you doing?
What's
The
up?
the
What's the
topic for
topic?
tonight is why you keep your secrets to yourself. Why do you keep your secrets to
Why
yourself?
keep it
Because
secret?
yeah,
You talking about men and women?
yes,
Oh,
I-
that's a good question.
yeah.
That's a great question.
What would you do?
Why do people keep secret?
Yeah.
I know a lot of men that are taking care of kids that don't belong to them.
And what
So
happened?
men and women keep secrets.
So explain.
Explain what?
Explain your take on
Why would you
keep a secret
lie
from your.
about the paternity of a child by a man?
Oh,
I've had it done to me.
so I see what you're saying. So you're saying
Oh
that
yeah, I've
that's
had
one of the
women do it to
secrets.
me.
That's one of the secrets.
So I'm saying, people keep secrets. I think men and women keep secrets in different ways. Women lie all the time. And that's what I talk about in my comedy a lot. Men and women lie, it's just in different ways. Wearing wigs, wearing makeup, wearing eyelashes, wearing fake girdles, BBLs, breast implants. Women lie just indirectly. You can't wear a wig and tell me I'm a liar. Show me that you look like Silly from Color Purple.
I think the lie is a little harsh. Can we use the word deceive?
I think
Okay, deceive. You deceived me because I thought that you had
Good night,
long hair,
Joyce.
and now you look like Silly from Color Purple.
And the reason why lie to me is intentional. Deceit is a little bit. It's just a little bit.
Actually, deceit is worse than lying because
No,
when
but
you're
this is the thing,
deceitful,
right?
it's continuous.
I think that as men, we are more accepting as their lies.
I think
Like if
so.
you ask a woman how old she is and you ask her how much she weighs, she thinks it's disrespectful. Why? What if I want to know?
Okay.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying women.
Right.
Like women, I
right,
ask
got
that
it.
too. They think it's disrespectful because I might want to know how much you weigh because I might not want to be with a girl that gains 40 pounds.
Oh,
I have a right to have that standard.
and you do.
The same thing with a same way a woman. Every woman I meet asks me how much I make,
How much you make?
and I tell them, yes, how
Gotcha.
much I make annually, and I tell them. Some women are saying I can't talk to you. Some women say I can work with that.
Okay.
So why am I not allowed to ask a woman how old are you, how much you weigh, and how much you make? Some women take that personal.
I think
That I don't have a right to ask that.
Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't answer the question. Not about
Well,
my
I'm not,
age, but I
again,
would.
take yourself out of it. We already established you're not the same. We're
Okay.
saying most women, not you.
Okay.
You're not
I'm
at the
saying-
card table.
Okay, I'll take myself out of it, but
Thank you.
But what I will say is that you are correct. We do lie indirectly most of the time.
Deceive.
Thank
No.
you. Thank you for telling the truth.
Deceive.
Yeah, we do. But at the same time, so do you.
Yes. So we're both liars. We just lie differently.
Correct. And you lie for different reasons.
We deceive differently.
Yes.
Deceive.
Yes.
We're gonna say lie.
I would say deceive.
Yes.
Okay.
I think men and
the
women
deception.
lie.
And
Look, I said a joke. I said a joke at my last show, not tonight, but another show I did. I said, "How many independent women in here that don't need a man?" Every woman clapped. I said, "If anybody declares war on America, if you're married, how many of y'all gonna tell your man to stay home and you're gonna go fight?" And no woman will rose their hand.
Okay.
Well,
They never, none of them. No, it ain't no well. You don't need a man. So tell your man stay home and you go fight.
wow.
See? It's selective equality. No, this is my part of my stand-up is women want selective equality. Not saying you. I'm saying a lot of women want selective equality. If you want to be equal, it should be across the board.
So
not sometimes.
So what you're
I
saying,
can't be gay sometimes.
So what
Either
you-
I'm gay or I'm not.
what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. So is it
Okay,
that,
this is my thing.
but isn't that part of the conversation when you're speaking to someone so that you can find a commonality and an understanding?
Well, I just try to, like, when I talk on my lives, and me and Miss Colette talk all the time, I try to say, when you tell a man you don't need him, a lot of women don't understand that makes us, not all men, it just makes us say, okay, take care of yourself. Not financially, in all ways. Like when my girl used to say that to me, I used to say, okay, so you can fight for yourself too. You should pick these bags up yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just want me to be a man when it's convenient. It's very disrespectful. I've never ever told a woman I didn't need her. No, I'm just giving you an example.
No.
I've never told a woman I've dated. I'm just trying to say something, and I'm not including you. I said I've never told a woman I've dated I didn't need her. What I've told her was I can take care of myself, but I do need a woman because there are things you do better than me. There's things I do better than you. But let's bring our things together to become better equally. Because I wasn't raised like that.
Can I say something? And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Can I say something? Is it safe to say that men need women and women need men?
Very safe.
100%, absolutely.
All right, I just want to
100%.
lay the playing field. What I think is that
absolutely.
I think there's a confusion in needs and wants. I think
right.
one of the things I learned, and this is I worked in corporate America for many years, and one of the things that we had to learn as a manager was we could not separate male from female. So if the job requirement,
Why is that?
if the job requirement was this, if two people, if one was a male, one was a female, I had to judge them based on their job requirement, not because if they were male or female. Because if I judged them on their job requirement, that was incorrect in corporate America.
Now,
They were
can
hired
I ask a question on that? Can I ask a question on that? If you and the female, right, you have the same job.
Hold on, let me
I'm
finish.
sorry, go ahead.
Let me finish, then you can jump in. So now, the thing is, in corporate America, again, the job requirement was this, and you were hired to do that job. So if I treated someone different because of that, I could actually get in trouble because I was actually not doing my job as a manager, making sure that person was supposed to do their job. And I say that because what happens is, what I think is that some of us forget our job requirements.
I think that we have forgotten our roles.
Our job requirements, correct.
Our roles
I
have
agree.
gotten
I
screwed
agree.
up to the point where we don't know what we are doing, either one of us, half the time.
Right.
We're just living life, but we are putting most of our lives in backwards. We're living backwards oftentimes.
Right.
We're not living forwards because we have forgotten our roles. We don't know what role we're playing anymore. And because of that, and because there has been such a push against heterosexuality, there's also that point as well. Where do we fit? So there's a lot of things that are going on. Hazel Diane Jackson says some men can't control their emotions, and I have to agree.
That's true. And you know what? My response to her, why? Because they're around too many women.
One,
Now, I would say not all. I'm not saying all women can't raise men. I'm not saying men can't raise women. I'm saying if you take the majority. So, response to the gentleman in the background, right? If you sit me next to a woman, right? Me and her sit next together. We get the same money.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I don't need you. And a whole box of stuff fall off the shelf, 100 pounds of stuff. And then she says, oh, I need help. Nah. I have a right to say we have the same job, figure it out. That's my problem with women. I have no problem with independent women. I have a problem with selective equality. If you don't need me, you should be able to fight a man. Since you can't, play your position, let me play mine. Money has nothing to do with the roles. I wasn't raised like that. So I'm saying women that say, F men, give me my baby, and I only want your money. And there's plenty of women that do that.
Yeah,
But then now you got these kids running around killing each other. Why? Because they don't have a structure. I love my mother. But guess what? My father put the fear of God in me. I stopped listening to my mother at 10 because she could not control me physically. I know my father could knock my head off my shoulders. And I obeyed every command he gave.
What did Richard Pryor
He just
say?
wasn't in the house.
What did Richard Pryor say? You want to take that bass out your voice when you talk to me?
That's a true statement.
Say that again?
This is something that is happening to us.
Hold on. Say that last part again. What'd you say?
Remember the part Richard Pryor said, take that bass out your voice when you're talking to me?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My father was 6'2", 270 pounds. When he said 10 o'clock, 10:01 was late. And he was a military veteran.
Right.
If I got there at 10:01, I had to sleep in the back seat of the car.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But what I'm also going to add is that there is this thing about the diet, and there are studies that the diet has effeminated men.
And masculinized women.
Yeah, so that's another thing that we can add on to it, where we're looking at the diet, where it's like, okay, now I'm expecting you to perform and operate in a masculine way, but because of what you've been eating, you become more feminine because there's too much estrogen inside of you.
I gotta even take it. Wait a minute. We got to take it back even further. I was talking to my friend. She's a scientist, and she said that it's in utero that this thing is happening, that the food that the mom is eating is what is feminizing and what is masculizing the women.
Of course.
And what is feminizing the men. That's not what you said.
Of course.
You
Well,
said
I mean,
you
but
said
no.
the food. You said
But
the
no,
food.
but
But
you're
I'm
going-
putting a point on it.
Right,
I'm
go
just
ahead,
putting
yes.
a point on it. So the point is that it starts in utero. So I had this a child that was he was 12 going on 13, and he wanted to be a man so bad, but he was so feminine. He thought something was wrong with him. And it was the saddest thing to watch him try and find his masculinity.
Well, what he needed to do, he needed to change his diet. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And we're talking about all those years of purging that stuff. Now, remember when we were growing up, McDonald's was like maybe once a month, once a month. But
Once
now,
every 3 months.
now with the consumption of beef and the consumption of certain objects and products, they're filling these things up with female hormones and the whole thing. And if we're constantly eating that every single day, it's going to do something to the physiology of your body.
And it's going to change you.
Yes.
And I think that the food is also why there was a video out, young angry women. These women are battling. They're ready to fight, and they're so mean.
Yes.
And that is another aspect.
But Ms. Collette, what you have to look at it from another perspective, and I'm not saying you're wrong. Women give birth, right? Men have no chance, well, as of now, to give birth, right? So you guys choose your mate. Whether I lie to you or not, you're choosing to let me impregnate you. When you don't allow me around my son or daughter, that affects the child. And there are some women that don't care. They just want the child and the money, and they don't care about the man being around until the child goes crazy. And then they want to say his father wasn't around. But why?
Okay.
Because I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go into political things. I just want to give you an example. Most of the people that I mentored, once they became around a man or the female became around a woman, 50% of them changed the way they looked at life. Why is that?
Because they didn't have that before. So that makes sense.
So no man or woman should ever say they shouldn't have a man or woman in their life. It ain't about money. I could be a bum. That doesn't mean I'm not a good father. You could be a bum. That doesn't mean you're a good mother, not a good mother. And America brainwashes us to say you don't need the opposite sex, male and female. That is the problem.
But they only
if you say it's overpopulation in America, who are giving birth? Women, not men. So if it's overpopulated, the women got to get themselves together and stop having sex and having babies by these no good dudes.
Excuse me. The man has something to do with this as well. So it's not just
if
the
I
women.
rape you, you let me have sex with you.
But it's not just the women. Why didn't the man have
Well,
protection?
then if you don't care, get your tooth tied.
Jason, let me speak, please. Why didn't the man have protection? Why?
Because I don't give a fuck. But I can't have children. You can.
But still.
So you should give a fuck.
But
so you should get your role removed so that way you can't have children.
Jason.
I'm not blaming women. I'm not blaming women. I'm not blaming you. I'm saying, being that men that don't have babies, the world is overpopulated because women keep picking bum ass niggas that ain't about nothing. If women made better choices, we wouldn't be in these state. We wouldn't in this state. Stop dealing with them.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that is true.
So what part of what, and I hear what the brother's saying, but what we have to do is we have to go back to standards.
We
have to go back to standards. Now, I recall that there was something called the courting stage.
Correct.
And the longer you spent time with somebody, the more you got to learn who they were and how they operate.
Correct.
So now it wasn't a thing about one night you meet somebody, you go to bed with them, bam. there was a thing of there was a time span where you actually
Got to know
learn the
them.
person. And you have to figure out, you know what, I might not like the way this is gonna go. I might not like the way this family. I might not like the interactions. I might not like certain things. So I have to make a conscious decision. Do I want to be part of this person's life?
Well said.
Right.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
So that's me. That's like goes back to me working in the shelter system with women coaching their daughters to have a child just to get a Section 8 voucher.
But that has nothing.
So it's not just men.
That has nothing to do with
It's a
the
lot of
man.
women that are coaching their daughters
Right.
to
Okay.
continue the cycle.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
go ahead.
so
Sorry,
we're gonna
ahead.
go back. We're gonna go back to this, and then Jason, we have another person that's coming on. I need you to tell them where you can be found because I know you're doing your thing, and as a comedian as well as helping in the community. Tell them where you can be found on Instagram and Facebook, please.
Yeah, J914. My thing is stop giving bum niggas pussy, and I motivate young girls and girls. I'm 40, women my age, and older women. And my thing is telling women to cherish their womb and cherish your womb. Don't just have anybody's baby.
I agree.
Because yes, there are men out here that don't care. But the question is, why you let him enter you and having his child? That means you don't care about yourself either.
Okay.
So you can't just say he's a bum. You're a bum too because you're having a bum's baby.
Agreed.
So let's talk about both sides. Yeah, there's men that don't care, but there's women that don't have a damn and give a damn about their own self and have babies and give them up to the system and leave them in hospitals and all of that. And then want to say all men are like that. No, it's not. Every man that I grew up with high school, college, work, no felonies, and a lot of women won't give them the time of day, but they will go visit somebody 15 years in jail, have all his children, and say men ain't nothing. I talk about this in my stand-up comedy. It's facts. Follow me online, J914 at Instagram. It's facts. I got 5 sisters, and they know it's the truth.
Thank you very much, Jay. Talk to you again. Thank you for being a part of
Jay.
Community Connection.
Yo, I always appreciate you guys. I just have to tell my truth.
I love it.
appreciate you giving me the
Thank you.
opportunity. Appreciate you guys. God bless y'all, and let's continue to move forward.
That's
Thank
it.
you, Jay. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Please. Should have gotten his thing. Okay, so I think that what has happened is that many women have forgotten who they are. And they're dancing to Sugar Boom Boom. Pamela Maynard will be singing this selection of
Honey, where you get that sugar? Darling, there is nothing sweeter. You make me scream, you make me bawl, you make me feel like 10 foot tall. Sugar boom, boom. Sugar boom, boom. Sugar boom, boom, boom. Sugar boom, boom, boom. Alright, yeah.
Hello, how are you, General?
Hello. Good night.
Good night, good night, good night.
Great show.
Thank
and
you.
to the young man, what's his name?
His name is Jason.
Supposed to know Jason. Supposed to know Jason by now. Listen, I can't comment on everything this guy was talking about. And one of the things I want to say, we on a platform, you just gotta, you don't have to use all the words like that. But besides, I know he's a comedian and all of that, right? But what I want to make a comment on is the cheating and lies, right?
Right.
So when you meet someone, whether you're not smart enough to understand the person lying to you,
Oh.
and now you're in a relationship,
Okay.
or whether you're married, let me ask you something. You're living with this person. Who's paying the bills in the household? It got to be between you and that person, right?
Yes.
So then you and that person should sit down this 24 hours a day. You must got some time, a window time to say, baby, I really liked you when I first meet you, And I'm holding back a lot of secrets from today. I want to start clean. And maybe she might say the same thing because the love is still there. But if you don't fix it, you're gonna lose it. Don't wait. You gotta fix this thing. You can't wait for someone else to come in and fix it for us. You seeing the person all the time. You wake up, you're looking in his face, playing with his face. He's playing with your face. You gotta come on, speak the truth. Girl, I lied to you the other day, but I was drunk. Well, at least you're getting somewhere. So that's just the point I would like to make. But for all the couples, married couples, whatever, you shouldn't lose your woman, or she shouldn't lose her man because over some nonsense.
Agree.
You got so much years you put into the relationship, so much years you put into the marriage, and you're just gonna watch this guy or this woman walk away over something that you could take care of. Anyway, let me get off the phone. Leave the line open for someone else to make a comment. Good night, guys.
Good night, and thank you for the comment, General.
I like what General said.
I did too.
One of the things that I've learned for the longest time is the truth shall set you free.
Well said.
And what I've learned, and I didn't know this 20 years ago, I didn't know this 30 years ago. The truth is, it's laid out, and it's like, this is what it is. So now, let me decide if I want to deal with that.
Okay.
And that's what I think. In the thing about the secrets, it's just, I don't want this person to find out because I don't know how they will see me.
Well
but
said.
It's like at the beginning, you're like, listen, we're moving forward. Let me reveal some things because I want you to know before someone else lets you know or you find out on your own or whatever. You're hearing it from me. So that to me is the fact of knowing that I'm trusting you with this stuff because I want you to understand who I am and everything that goes along with it.
I like that. And when you tell the truth, what ends up happening? You end up being able to get things done.
You control the narrative. That's what you tell the truth.
When you tell the truth, you can. If you're a control freak, that would happen. But I think you'll go cheek to cheek.
Heaven. I'm in heaven.
Telling the truth is the answer.
And my heart beats so
Not for every
that I
situation,
can
for
hardly
most.
speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see.
This is Satchmo, the great
when
Louis
we
Armstrong,
out together,
with
dance cheek to cheek.
Ella Fitzgerald, cheek to cheek.
Yes, heaven. I'm in heaven. And the cares that hung around me through the week seems to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak. when we out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb the mountain, reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Now, mama, dance with me. I want my arms about you, the charms about you will carry me through. Yes, heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Take it, Ella, swing it.
Come on, Ella.
Heaven.
Come on, Ella.
I'm in heaven. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven,
Come on, Ella.
I'm in heaven, and the cares
about Ella
that
Fitzgerald,
hung
folks.
around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Come on and dance with me. I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
Yes,
Dance with me. I want my arms about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven.
Heaven,
I'm in heaven.
I'm in heaven.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
I must say, one of my favorite songs. I love it with those two. I know Frank Sinatra has done it before, and I believe Fred Astaire as well. So, what do you think? What are you thinking? Is it the woman's fault? Is it the man's fault? Or is it as the general says, if you are together, you need to come together?
That's a good question. Please cue up Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. You know how to make me.
Okay.
Because no matter what people think, no matter how people view still believe in black love, no matter what, because black love is the base of a strong family base.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, I think about slavery, when slavery ended, where you had brothers and sisters who were walking for miles to go to that other plantation to find their husbands and their wives.
Come on.
So to me, that is black love, knowing that it's over, but I need my woman, I need my man.
Come
and
on.
To me, if we went back to that, knowing that I'm not going to be me if I don't have my spouse.
Come
I
on.
don't have. So please, if you can play that.
Harold, Melvin, and the Blue Notes. You know how to make me feel so good. And that's what happens. We know how to do it. No one else. Not true. They can be taught, but it's not the same as knowing. Or you don't know?
Touch me.
Guess who's in Harold?
You know just how
Harold,
to touch me.
Melvin and the Blue Notes. Teddy Pendergrass.
Kiss me. You know just when to kiss me.
You know how to make me.
This is Sharon Page, is the female lead.
So
this woman can sing.
And you know how to make me.
Come on, Sharon.
Make me feel so good. Hold me. I feel secure when you hold me. Talk to me. I understand when you talk to me. 'Cause you know how to make me.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Make me feel so good.
And Sharon Page.
And you
Harold, Melvin, and the Blue Notes.
know how to
You know how to make me feel so good.
so good. I've waited all of my life for someone like you.
I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad you're mine.
Teddy. Come on, Teddy.
Touch me. Wow. I like the way you touch me.
Come on, brother.
No, love me. God made you to love me. 'Cause you know how to make me. Make me feel so good. You know how to make me. Know how to make me. Oh, you make me
know how, you really know how. Make me feel so good. You really know how, you really know how. You know how to make me feel so good. Make me feel. You really know how, you really know how. Make me feel so good.
So let me set that up, okay?
Mike, video went off.
Let me set that up, okay? So I've had a bad day at work. I'm calling my spouse, my lady, baby. I get home, she puts that on. What does that do to me? Now let's do it vice versa.
Okay.
You called your husband, your mate, your baby. I had a bad day. You come in the house, he puts that on. What does that do
It
to you?
changes the whole entire mood.
Right. It's like, I don't care what happened out there. This is how you make me feel. So that stuff at work or whatever, here you're the man. Here you're the woman. This is what we have to get back to.
I agree. And
Imagine that.
it's an amazing song. And it tells us that we need to get back to ourselves. We have forgotten who we are.
Yes.
It is beyond time that we remember and wake up out of sleep. We have allowed ourselves. We need to realize that we love each other. We need to realize that we like each other.
Yes. That's another thing. Like each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. And remember,
yes.
And remember, sometimes
we need to get ready to, life happens here. Here I am. Real life happens here. Real life. So I'm talking, and I don't even realize that my mic is not even on. So we need to go back. So what did we say? We said that when you come home and either one of you comes home and your spouse has that on or your significant other has it on, it resets you.
Right.
It totally resets you.
Right.
And we need to get back to the point where we realize that we like each other and we actually love each other. And that we need is beyond time that we wake up from the sleep that we have allowed ourselves to be put into. It is beyond time. So, with that being said,
are we going to have a topic like that? No. Okay. Okay.
Are we going to have what kind of topic?
That topic at the conference.
I believe the etiquette of communication and between the we are going to have that topic at the conference. It is called the etiquette of communication between the sexes.
Got it.
Right? And it's important. It's important. Why is it important? Because we have got to talk to each other. When you talk to someone, you find out what's really going on. When you talk to someone, you find out whether or not you want to deal with them again or if you don't want to deal with them again. When you talk to someone, you get the scoop, the truth.
Right.
And if it's lies, then you get that too. And you decide then and there. I want to deal with this person. I'm going to give him another chance, or I'm done.
I was in a situation. I'm not going to describe the situation, but the situation was so volatile that I said to myself, I'm not going to do this. I can't do this.
Okay.
When I saw the behavior, nah, this is not going to work. And again, this is when you see people in situations and you're like, you're really that person. I'm not going to deal with you. And that's being able to see and having your eyes open and like, wow, okay, no, I'm not going to. But again, this is spending time with people and watching them in different parameters, watching them in different situations. And it's like, oh, okay.
For some reason, you may be able to see us, I hope, but I'm not seeing us online. It said that the video is has disappeared. So we are very sorry about that. So it seems like Harold, Melvin, and the Blue Notes, we can only listen to for maybe like 2 minutes or an hour for a minute and a half.
Well, I see us up, so I don't know. Okay.
I'm not seeing us up. I can't even find the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just happened. Okay.
Yeah. So we apologize for that in advance. Just know that.
See when you put black love out there, they always want to shut
Yes,
it down.
it's
They
true.
always want to break it.
It's
See,
true.
they don't want us. They don't want us.
Yes, they don't want us to be
That's
together. They don't want us to be happy with each other. They do not want us to even understand each other. They want us to stay
We're gonna fix that.
ignorant.
We're gonna fix that. We're
Well-
gonna fix that at the conference.
Yeah, we're going to fix that at the conference. We got a lot of things to fix. The good thing is that if you can't get it on here, you're going to be able to see it on YouTube because we're going to upload it on YouTube. And the YouTube channel is www.youtube.org/communityconnection19 or at communityconnection19, and you will find us. Please subscribe.
Yes, we need 100 subscribers.
We need you guys. We really do. So all of you, please come through to the Community Connection page. Remember, it's at Community Connection 19. You're not going to find it with Community Connection by itself. You have to put that number after it in order to find it, because they hide you if you don't have enough subscribers.
Right, got it.
So we're sorry that the video is not up, but we're going to have it up on YouTube. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Why do we look forward to seeing you next week? Because next week is the weekend before Mother's Day. And I must say, we're going to have to go out to Kenny Lattimore. What must I do? What must we do to bring back Black love? What must we do? What must we do? We have to bring it back. Kenny Lattimore, what must I do? This man wants to fix it.
Found a crack that's been breaking our foundation about 4 or 5 weeks or so.
Found the crack.
Seems like the love's been escaping through the panes of our windows.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Now I'm questioning if these walls around us can keep up a happy home. Yeah. But I'm a handyman and my plan is to try to fix it before I let it go. Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broke, baby. What must I do? For this house come tumbling down, girl, our love's in danger. What must I do? Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broke, babe. What must I do? It can only make us stronger, babe, if we don't let it break us. Found a leak in the roof and it seemed like it came from a thunderstorm. Now it's dripping from the ceiling and girl, it's messing up our floorboards. Ooh. If we don't fix what we can, we should plan to be sleeping on the front porch. But I'm a handyman and my plan is to try to fix it before I let it go. Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broke, baby. For this house come tumbling down, girl, our love's in danger. Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broke, babe. What must I do? It can only make us stronger, babe, if we don't let it break us. I won't let another day go by where we don't try. Don't try, no. We can't ignore these problems in our house. Hey, hey, hey. If you think it's worth fixing, babe, then I really wanna fix it, baby. No matter how long it takes, we can rebuild it. What must I do? Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broken. Can you feel what I feel? For this house come tumbling down, girl, our love's in danger. Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broken, babe. It can only make us stronger, babe, if we don't let it break us. Can you feel? I wanna heal. tumbling down, girl, our love's in danger. Can you feel? I wanna heal, wanna build, wanna fix what's broke, babe. It can only make us stronger, babe, if we don't let it break us. Girl, what can I do? What can I do for you? Hey, babe.
Good night, everyone. We're so very happy that you could be a part of Community Connection via Talk of the Town Radio Vision. And we'd like to say thank you to Michael Diablo Luthers yet again for holding it down.
Who's Mike?
And also, I'd like to thank my co-host, Chuck Finance.
All right.
And I'd like to thank myself for being in the building. And even when life happens, because real life happens here, we are very grateful for you. Be well, do well.
Do well. Until next week.
And it's Colette signing off. Good night.
Have a great week.
Exactly.
Memorial Weekend comes alive when G6 Family, Kong Star Production, and the Mighty Super Rock presents Dance Hall and Reggae in the City. Saturday, May 27th at the Compound, 1901 Linden Boulevard, Queens, New York. Live performance by Dwayne Stevenson.
Yeah, this is Dwayne Stevenson from Augustown. Join me at Dance Hall and Reggae in the City. A word from the wise, don't try to make life on your own.
Natural Black and all his friends.
Natural Black will be there and all the parties live.
Music by top DJs from NYC. All hosted by Burger Man from Mellow FM Jamaica. Doors open at 9 p.m. Showtime 12 a.m. Early bird tickets are $35. Get your tickets at dancehallreggaeinthecity.eventbrite.com. For tickets and more info, call 929-427-5895. Ticket outlets: Three Brothers and Two Sisters Barbershop and Styling Parlor, 512 East 94th Street, Brooklyn, New York. Tam's Bakery, 4620 Church Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Cartaz Caribbean Restaurant, 233 Ralph Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Chris Jamaican Restaurant, 11204 Farmers Boulevard, Queens, New York. Veggie Castle, 13209 Liberty Avenue, Richmond Hill, Queens, New York. Sponsors: Tropical Spice Radio, Spice and Thing Caribbean Restaurant, Jam Guy Graphics, Kong Star Production. For more information, please contact 929-427-5895 or get on.
Caribbean Power Jam Radio presents Jammers on the Water, the exclusive all-white boat ride, Saturday, July 15th, with two big bands, Stitchy Vibe Machine versus Super Ray. Music by Team Unity Squad, DJ Flex, DJ Soca Dread, bringing you two levels of pure vibes aboard the luxurious Nautical Empress at Brooklyn Army Terminal, 140 58th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. Boarding time 11 p.m., departure midnight. For tickets, visit frontlineticketing.com or eventbrite.com. Caribbean Power Jam Radio, 169 Remsen Avenue in Fun City, Brooklyn. Call 347-425-8227. Sand Hills Restaurant, 4706 Church Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11203. Call 718-691-5409. And Sybil's Veggie Castle, 1329 Liberty Avenue, South Richmond Hill, New York. Call 718-641-8342. The Big Jammers on the Water, exclusive all-white boat ride. Oh man, you don't want to miss it.
This party gang, yeah, man, the city boys push me learn. Watch it. You want speed?
Girl, if I could shed you all, like a snake skin out all. You're toxic and venomous. When I leave you, me I'll fuck you forever and ever. Cheat and you cheat, fuck me I'll leave, go. When I leave you, me I'll fuck you forever and ever. You know for create a scene. Look how you deal with me, rough like alligator skin. Them say I have a look man, me never cater for you. Yes, I'm a bad, but you don't even know what behavior mean. You are the thing when you want me for door. Pussy cut in a 2-1 bars of you. Love your tongue ring me that one married you. But you are make it harder for you. Can't leave you. I fuck you forever and ever. Cheat and you cheat too. Oh, I'm gonna leave you. I can't leave you. Me I fuck you forever and ever. Cheat and you cheat too. Oh, I'm gonna leave you. Baby, we have a good thing, don't freak it up. And since you say you feel down, come fling it up. Me mommy the puppet, yo you feel the fuck. Come skin it up, feel me make me string it up. Me find a diamond in the road too, me give it up. Hard for find a gem when me can't give me trust. Fuck no.
As we walked alone and I hold her hand, I may never even speak, but my love is strong and she understands. Still waters run deep. Still waters run deep. Like the mountain tall, reaching for the sky. My love reaching silently, and my eyes disclose what my darling knows. Oh, still waters run deep. Still waters run deep. As we walked alone and I hold her hand, I may never even speak, but my love is strong and she understands. Still waters run deep. Still waters run deep. Like the mountain tall, reaching for the sky. My love reaching silently, and my eyes disclose what my darling knows.